Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. This is Madden 18 on EA Sports. Today's game should be a fun one as we have two teams that love to put points on the board in bunches. It's the Cowboys going up against the Raiders.
All right, Larry, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Bay Area as we welcome you to Oakland, California. This was the scene a few minutes ago. The folks around the stadium clad in silver and black going to make every last game played in Oakland count. They're ready to go as they're up with the Dallas Cowboys. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. On 1st and 10, Prescott. And his first pass is incomplete.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
2nd down here after the incomplete pass. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. Airing it out for Hearns. He's got a man. Complete. And all the way down to the 29. It's a big play for the Cowboys on 3rd. 46 yards.
That's what I'm talking about, baby.
And now a 1st down following that long gain.
Man left, man left.
Prescott from the gun. A dump off to Elliott. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard. And now the offense operates in the red zone.
Watch tight. Tight end
right. Going to 50. Kill.
Tight end right.
Here we go. Boy, David. Kill.
Alert. 3 down.
26.
Elliott. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed, as that's going to move the chains.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. But I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the 1st down. They love being physical.
1st down, Prescott. And he's got it. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Dez Bryant, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Cowboys take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. And this is up and good to make it 7-0 Cowboys. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. And this first play will get him back to the 25, but that's going to be it. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point you've got to win at the point of attack. And on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, Those three guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers. There's usually 5 on 3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the first. On first down, Newton forced out to his left. And some room to roam now. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. 11 more on that one and another first down. So an instance there of Cam being Cam. We know he can use his legs.
And with that big body, it's hard to get him down, even if you get a clear shot on him. Plus, he moves it a lot faster than what people think. And boy, does he have fun playing the game of football.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook. Go play action. Toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
And an alley to run. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. I'm no offensive mastermind, but of all the guys on the field to block, you might want to stop him.
Look, I've got a very simple rule. An unblocked defender is usually your best defender, and he ended up making the play there.
And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. Throwing on 3rd down, Newton.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
Now on 4th down, Jack Del Rio is going to send on the field goal unit. And this will be a 45-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. And that field goal caps an 11-play drive.
That's a lot of offense to run to only get 3 points, but they'll take them. Anytime you can put anything on the board, you run to your sideline somewhat happy.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
A first down throw for Prescott. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Now Prescott, flush to his right. Airing it out for Hearns. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Trying here for Bryant, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. He has just been a load for opposing offenses to account for. Now 8 interceptions on the year.
I love that number because I always think of center field. You know, when I hear 8, because that's the position you write in the scorecard in baseball. And what do good center fielders do?
And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. David Irving in there to get him, and that's sack number 12 for him on the year. So the D gets the sack on first, and now it brings up second down. Out of the gun, Newton. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. David Irving in there to drop him, and his great season continues. 13 sacks for him now on the year. Second down sack by the defense. What type of pressure will they bring here on third? We'll see. From the gun, here's Newton. Dancing to his left. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A very solid gain of 27.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up the first down.
And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Watch tight end.
Gun.
Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
I know flashy plays, splashy plays, as people like to call them, that attracts a lot of attention. But let's face it, when you're efficient, that can control a ball game. And I love the game plan they've got going right now.
Back-to-back 5-yard gains. Didn't force the ball downfield. Picked it up on the ground.
Yeah, offensive line, they're getting it done.
And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. A nice run there, 9 yards. And it'll be second down.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a first and goal.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
Tight end right.
And to give this time to the tailback. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
That goes down as a loss against his rushing stats. But really, should he have to absorb that one? He had no chance on that play before they overwhelmed him.
Pretty much on top of him before he could take his first step. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great play there. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Raiders are able to cash in for 6. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go,
And the Raiders have got him. Jihad Ward coming hard that time. He's able to run him down for a loss of 12.
We're going to 54. Wide angle. Wide angle.
4 down.
We're going to 54. Wide angle.
Check.
Second down, Prescott. And he hits Jason Witten, the tight end. And down he'll go at the 25. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
And with a 3rd and 13 here, the defense in a dime look. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. He may try and run for this. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. As we saw in his rookie year, Dak not afraid to run with it. And he did there to pick up the first. Prescott on first down. Trying here for Bryant, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie from Ohio State, Garyon Conley. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got...
Trying to set up the screen, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Kenny Vaccaro. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. He tried to get something going there with a little toss behind the line of scrimmage. Unsuccessful.
How about the athleticism of the coverage, though? Being able to dance with him coming out of the backfield.
And oh, it's blocked. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle. So the D-line's going to spread out. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it. Because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Newton now to throw. And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. Tyrone Crawford breaking through to get him for a loss of 7. 3rd and long. It's Newton. Buying time to his left. Now he'll let it. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Picked off by Bashaud Breeland. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
Watch tight. Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight end's right.
Here you go, set.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Give him a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Here's Newton now on second down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. 1:58 to go in this first half of play. We'll come back to Oakland after this.
Single. 18, move it. 18, move it.
To throw on third down. Newton. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Jalen Smith in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to fourth down. Now the second-year man from Syracuse, Riley Dixon, on to punt, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Oh, nice spin.
Oh, that brought back bad memories.
And look out, a big hit to the shoulder pads took him right off his feet at the 36. And now Dallas gets set to take the field.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end.
There we go.
Three down.
Count. There we go. Count. Go to 54. Go to 54.
They start on the ground with Elliott. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
I'd say it's pretty good strategy. If you throw interceptions on back-to-back drives, let's see if the running backs can handle the ball a little bit, get things going. And also, you motivate your offensive line. I think they're in the mood to fire out and hit someone.
I thought the defense, though, might be a little more prepared for that run. Pretty good gain on the ground. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. Out of bounds and close. The question, was it a touchback? No. They'll say it crossed out at the 2-yard line. Now the Raiders offense, they get set to head back on the field. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
3 down. Hey, check.
8 yards to go here on second down.
Check number 6.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll find a little space. He gets this up near the 10. And now the Cowboys are going to call another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. The Raiders on third down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Now Newton. Being chased out left. And they can't bring him down. Cam Newton all alone. 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Cam Newton, 91 yards. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly for 6.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. This will be taken in at the 1. He gets away from one. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And out now come the Cowboys. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a play fake here on first down. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. And the offense lining up 1st and 10. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Looking left side. He's got it. Complete. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down. Prescott off play action. Steps away to his left. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash, this from 53. And Bailey able to knock it through. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we send you cross-country to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando with our halftime report, here's Larry Ridley. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess that in the locker room, they talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
He completes it to Jordy Nelson. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Newton on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Sean Lee leading the surge there. He drops him for a loss of 6. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Off play action. Newton. Eluding the pressure right. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. The veteran Jeremy Maclin was the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
Even though that one was incomplete, you could see the training that went into that play. He gets out of the pocket, ends up moving to his right. All he's trying to do, though, extend the life of the play. Keep it alive, hoping someone would pop free.
Was able to take a pretty good shot with a deep ball, but incomplete. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. So a good kick there, and they wrap up the drive by putting 3 on the board.
And you know, let's face it, you're not always going to come away with 6. Defense in the NFL are just too good. But you've got to come away with something. And there, they get 3.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Prescott looks to throw on first. Drops it underneath, Elliott. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those, too.
Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. Fresh set of downs here.
Who's on 85? Come on, baby. Let's get this.
Go to 54. Go to 54.
Here's Prescott. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. On play action, Prescott. It's caught right side, it turns. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. Red zone opportunity.
Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight end's right.
They go play action here on first down. Complete to Bryant. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. They'll throw again. Prescott. Forced out to his left. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Jarrell Freeman in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. The Cowboys on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Prescott from the gun. And that is incomplete.
But that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
Yeah, and on third down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. And Bailey able to knock it through. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So it's only 3 points on this opening drive of the third quarter. And even though that stretches out the lead, Charles, I think you'd have to consider this a win for the defense, no?
Couldn't agree more, Brandon. That offense got themselves in prime position to really open up this ball game, but the drive stalled out. And yeah, 3 points is very easy to get back in today's NFL.
And now here come the Raiders. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. They'll run it now out of the gun. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And remember, he put one on the ground last week, so the rookie now back-to-back weeks with a fumble loss.
And zero excuses, but altogether not surprising. Rookie running backs have to adjust to the speed of the NFL, and it's not just in their running. It's the speed of defenders getting to them, how hard and aggressive they are in tackling, them raking at the football. So many things they didn't deal with in college, and that's one of the big adjustments that they have to make. Again, not a surprise, but he's got to figure it out.
Dez Bryant, the intended receiver, and now it's second down. Here's Prescott. A dump off to Elliott. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it third down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
On third down, it's Prescott. And he's got it to Hearns. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. A pickup of 24 on the third down conversion. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve.
Here we go. Going to 53. 26.
A first down throw for Prescott. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
On second down, Elliott. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. Back now in the East Bay. It's the Cowboys with the football. They'll be looking to tack on to their lead as we get set for the fourth. The Cowboys on third down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9.
Take wide in. We're going to 54. We're going to 54. Wide in.
Now Prescott. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he's going to be stopped dead in his tracks at the 12-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They'll run it with Elliott. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it 1st and goal.
You got him. You got him. You got him.
1st and goal. Defense with their backs against the wall.
Watch tight. Tight end right. Tight end right.
Gun.
Hey.
Gun.
Prescott. And it's caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with touchdown number 27. That ties Priest Holmes for the 3rd most in a single year. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. And they will line up now for the 2-point try. They'll let Elliott try and run it in. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. Bailey now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out, and the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it now because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Throwing is Newton. Flushed out right. And complete right side to Cook. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A really good pickup of 28 yards. From the 50, Newton. To the right side, he's got Cooper. It's complete. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him? Either fellow receivers or offensive linemen. That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. To throw on 2nd down is Newton. And this is incomplete. I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted, and if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Newton. Escaping the pressure right. And this is caught. Jeremy Maclin. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. A gain of 6 there on first.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Newton now to throw. That'll go as a loss of 5. And they're going to have a 3rd down. On 3rd down, Newton. Flush to his right. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the safety, Kenny Vaccaro. Wow, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defense coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now. Because he saw that happen during his coaching career, and he grabbed a quarterback in the midst of a streak like this and said, tell you what, son, why don't you throw it to the defensive guys, and let's see if our receivers can intercept it.
Well, he's got to figure something out because the current formula is not working. They go to Elliott again. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. Now the Raiders are going to use another timeout here. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. 3rd and long for Prescott. This is caught by Hearns. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10.
You ain't going nowhere. Here we go, kill. Check 3. Here we go. Wide angle. Watch. Gun. Here we go, kill. Watch that.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. Again, it's Elliott. And some space here. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
A first down carry by Elliott. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. A little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a 2nd and 11.
3 down.
Now Dak on the option left. And an alley to run. 4 yards there on the keeper, but still going to bring up a third down.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with a defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself outside in. If he stays outside, you go ahead and leave it with the running back. In this case, pulled it and got good yardage himself.
The Cowboys on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 8.
3 down.
They'll try to sweep with Elliott. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. Out now comes the Cowboys punter. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Shedding through the defense. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively.